Question 10a, the probability of getting a black button from a box is 2 over 9. Find the probability of getting a button which is not black. Then 10b, the diagram below shows the sector A or B with center at O and radius 21 centimeters. The angle subtended at the center is theta and the area of the sector is 462 centimeters square. Calculate the value of theta. Take pi as 22 over 7. To work out the first part of the question, find the probability of getting a button which is not black. We are going to basically just work with the information that we've been given in the question, which is the probability of getting a black button from a box. And that fraction has been given as 2 over 9. Now in this case, this trial has got two outcomes. The sum of two outcomes of a trial is equal to 1. The sum of two outcomes of a trial is equal to 1. So in this case, there is probability of getting a black button from a box, and there is probability of getting a button which is not black. And this is what we're looking for. So what is the probability of getting a button which is not black? So I'm going to use the notation probability B. So probability B will mean getting a black button from a box. Then also I'm going to use plus probability B bar on top, which is going to mean probability of getting a button which is not black. So these two probabilities will sum up to 1. So the probability of two outcomes of a trial is equal to 1. So now, if we're finding the probability of getting a button which is not black, then what is the probability of getting a black button? So meaning this is 2 over 9. Then added to probability of getting a button which is not black. So all this equals to 1. So to find probability of getting a button which is not black, all we just do is take this fraction to the right side, and on the left side we remain with probability B bar equal to 1 minus, so if you noticed, 2 over 9 is a positive here. When it goes this side, negative. So 2 over 9. If this is a fraction, we can also make this one a fraction by introducing over 1. And for that, all we just have to do is find the common denominator. So what is the common denominator of 1 and 9? So the number that can divide 1 and 9 is just 9, and 1 into 9 is 9. 9 times 1, that's 9. Take away 9 into 9, that's 1. 1 times 2, that's just 2. So probability of getting a button which is not black is equal to 9 take away 2, that is a 7, then over a 9. So this is the probability of getting a button which is not black. So the concept is the outcomes of a trial. If there are two outcomes of a trial, those two outcomes will just sum up to 1. So now we go to B. So to work out part B of question 10, they've given us information that we can use in this sector A or B. So they've given us radius, which is 21. They've also given us pi, which is 22 over 7. And the other thing that they've given us is the area of the sector. The area of the sector. Area of the sector, which is just 462 centimeter square. So using these three things, the radius, pi, and area of a sector, we can calculate the angle at the center, so which is this theta. So how do we calculate this? So this just goes with the formula. Area of a sector is equal to theta over 360 degrees multiplied by pi r square. So this is the formula that we use for calculating area of a sector. Theta, which is angle at the center there, over 360 times pi r squared. Now from the information, we've said that we've been given the radius, we've been given pi, and the area. So where there's area here, we're going to substitute with the 462. Then where there's pi, 22 over 7, and where there's radius, and radius here is squared, so we're going to multiply 21 two times, so 21 times 21. So we start the substitution. So on area, we're going to write 462. So in this case, we can ignore the units. So we're going to say 462 is equal to theta, that's what we're calculating, so we write it theta over 360 degrees, then times pi, 22 over 7 times radius is 21 times 21. So after writing this, all we now have to do is simplify. So we need to work with simple numbers here, and to do that, first of all, we simplify. We take note of numbers that can divide into these numbers. To start with, we go to 7. 7 can go into 7 once, and this 7 can go into 21 3 times. And these 3 that we found on 21 here, after simplifying with 7, these 3 can go into 3, 1, and these 3 can go into 360. So 3 into 3, that's 1, 3 into 6, that's 2, and we can just bring the 0 down like that, so giving us 120. Again, we can simplify 21 and 120. So what number can go into 120 and 21? So that is just a 3. So 3 into 21, that is a 7 here, and 3 into 120, that gives us a 40. So 22 and 40, there's a number that can go into 22 and 40, which is just 2. 2 into 40, that's 20, and 2 into 22, that is 11. So here on top, if you notice, we have theta, 11, 1, and 7. So here there's 11, and below there's 20. After simplifying 360, we've gotten 20, and after simplifying 7, we've got a 1 here. So 20 is going to multiply with 1. So we can show the multiplication on top. This is just going to be theta times 11 times 1 times 7, that is 7. Then here over 20. This side it's 462. We cross multiply to get theta. So cross multiplying, this will give us theta times 11 times 7 is going to multiply with 1, and then 462 is going to multiply with 20. So let's start with 1 and theta, 11 and 7. So 1 times theta times 11 times 7, this just gives us 11 times 7 times theta equal to 462 times 20, so 462 times 20. So why have I not multiplied to get the product? It is because I think working with numbers like in this form is easy, because in the end you can simplify easily. We're going to simplify easily if we work with the way the numbers are. So we're just showing that they're multiplying, but we're not getting the actual product. So we divide. So what are we dividing? To get theta, we divide by 11 times 7. So 11 times 7. Even this side, 11 times 7. So 11 times 7 into 11 times 7, that is a 1. 1 times theta, that is just theta. Let's take note here. There are numbers that can simplify here. For example, 11 can go into 462. Let's divide. So we're going to say 11 into 11, that's 1. And 11 into, let's pick the first two. So 11 into 46. That just goes there 4 times, leaving a remainder of 2. So 11 into 46 goes there 4 times, and that is 44, giving a remainder of 2. If you subtract 44 from 46, you get a 2. Then 11 again into 22, that gives a 2. So meaning on 462, after dividing 11 into 462, we're getting 42. And then times 20. So what we can do is say 42 times 20. What we are remaining with is 1 times 7, which is a 7. So theta, what is theta? 7 can go into 42. So 7 into 7, 1, and 7 into 42, that is just 6. So 6 is going to multiply with the 20 here, and 6 times 20, that is 120 degrees. So the angle that is at the center here is 120 degrees, and this is the solution to this question. Calculate the value of theta.